Welcome to the Property Elite podcast. I'll be your host, Jen Lehman, chartered surveyor and co-founder of Property Elite. Stay tuned each week for more on industry hot topics, market updates and new RICS guidance.
Hi, welcome to Property Elite's podcast. Today we're going to have a look at the future of ground rents under the new legislation contained in the Leasehold Reform Ground Rent Act 2022. The legislation received Royal Assent in February 2022 and will effectively ban ground rents under new leases. The government has committed to bring the Act into force within 6 months, i.e. by the 8th of August 2022, except for leases of retirement homes, which will not apply until 1st of April 2023. The Act will apply to new leases of a single dwelling, granted for a term of over 21 years, disregarding any early break options. Shorter leases may also be covered if they can be renewed. Leases will be covered if they are granted for a premium and that are not granted pursuant to a contract entered into before the ban comes into force. A dwelling is defined as a building or part of a building occupied or intended to be occupied as a separate dwelling, together with any yard, garden, outhouses and appurtenances belonging to it or usually enjoyed with it. The exceptions which fall outside of the ban are business leases. If a lease is not of a single dwelling, it is not regulated by the Act. Statutory lease extensions of houses or flats, community housing leases, home finance plan leases. Leases which fall within the Act must not contain a ground rent of more than a peppercorn. Anti-avoidance measures include that no administration charge may be payable. Where a lease is granted as a result of a purchase of a shared ownership dwelling, the ground rent ban applies to rent in respect of the tenant's share in the property only. A financial rent may be charged in respect of the landlord's share, i.e. the share that the tenant does not own. The Act does not affect existing leases. However, the government's Leasehold Reform programme could lead to future restrictions. Where leases are renewed, rents can only continue up to the expiry of the term of the original lease. Failure to comply with legislation by landlords will incur fines of £500 to £30,000 per lease. Leaseholders will have the ability to apply to the tribunal for a declaration that a prohibited ground rent will be replaced by a peppercorn rent. That's the end of the blog for today. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Property Elite podcast this week. Head to our website to check out our full blog, free and paid support resources and services, free consultation for every single RICS APC and MRICS candidate, and also ask us any questions you have via the website chat blog. See you next week.